Hey y'all, it's your girl Kelly B coming back to you with another video. I had to re-record this video because honestly I was tearing up in the other one. I did my Doja Cat video, so I got a little bit light. I had to get out of my head a little bit, and now I am going to re-record and tell y'all about, as promised, my own Karen experience. Now, I've had a few Karen experiences, but I'm gonna give you the one that stood out the most because it was my very first one, and it happened with someone who I thought was my friend. All right, so I went to a school. It was mixed. It was pretty mixed. Yeah, a lot of the staff were still white, and I say you'll see why I say this later. So when I did sports a lot when I was younger, so it's like I played volleyball. I love volleyball. Still love it. Don't have time to play it or the knees. But I was in volleyball, so it was like I was the only black girl in them spaces because it's like trying new shit, and a lot of times black folks ain't there. So I don't know, whatever. So this girl, she was on the team with me. I had been to her house. Her mom knew me. Great rapport with her family. All of that. Like, we were friends. We were friends. Yeah, so at least we had two good years of being on teams together. And so we had gotten to know each other. This was my friend. I'm going to call her Karen because she's the Karen. Now, I was also really good friends with another girl on the team, and we're going to call her, this is the first one to come to, no, I'm going to call her Joanne. Let's call her Joanne. You know, it's off. I was going to say Becky, but I'm trying not to be, yeah. Joanne was also my friend. So I guess earlier in that week, Joanne and Karen had gotten into it. You know, we girls, we in middle school, you get into fights, we kids. Shit happens. Y'all get bickering, arguments, whatever. So, like any friends do, I had a gym class with Karen. Now, Karen was my friend. And what happens when your friends get into shit, you want to be nosy. I had to hook up. It's like, oh, girl, so tell me what happened. What happened between you and, what I give her? Joanne, what happened, girl? So, me and two of my black friends had class with Karen. Karen was in the locker room getting dressed after gym class. So we decided we gonna be nosy. We want to know what happened between her and Joanne. So we asked her, like, you know, just regular conversation. Like, girl, what happened between you and Joanne? I heard this, what happened? This, and that, or whatever. Just talking, chatting it up. Like friends do. Bell rings, everybody go about their business. So at the time, my friends and I were, we call them peer mediators, where instead of going to an authority with an issue you may have with another student, maybe we can help y'all work it out so that it doesn't get, you know, to where it escalates. So we can just de-escalate and figure out what exactly is the core problem going on here. That was me and my friends. So we like did this program, and they would call us out of class if somebody needs to be mediated. You know, we get a little bit of perks or whatever. And it was great because, you know, I feel like we helped a lot of people. But then it's like, I don't really remember how many people we helped. It was middle school. So, we get called down to the office, and my friends and I are thinking, oh, we got a peer mediation right now. Cool. I get up out of class. All right. But then I see my friend who was not a peer mediator. And I'm like, you know, I'm thinking, oh, who you getting into it with? But it's only been one class. So it's like, who could you have possibly gotten into it with this quick? And then it's like, I'm trying to remember, did people have to request peer mediation? Or maybe people recommend, or maybe the staff recommended it. I don't know. So whatever. Anyways, I digress. I look and I'm like, I'm thinking that she was getting peer mediated. So I'm like, okay. So then we all looking all, you know, inquisitive because the whole vibe is different. Like, it's different in there. Like, people like kind of like standoffish, like almost. So we like what's going on? So we walk in the room, and Karen is at the table, looking down, looking sad. I am still like, what is going on? So they very sternly tell us to sit down. We are still puzzled as shit. Tell us very sternly to sit down. Karen has brought it to our attention that you and your friends threatened her. Wait, what? You know that this can get you suspended, and you'll be suspended from school, and she could press charges if she wanted to, and this, that, or whatever. At no point did anybody even ask us what happened. At no point did anybody even ask us our version of what happened. Now, mind you, remember, these are people that we work with all the time. They never met Karen a day in her life. Never met Karen a day. Doubt that they even fucking seen her. We worked with them. We helped people with them. We kikied with them. We did all of those things with them. For us to not even get the benefit of the doubt to even ask us our side of the story was absolutely mind-blowing. To see right in your face someone judge you, condemn you, and give you a label, especially when they've seen the opposite, is damaging to a kid. You're at that age, at that point, where you think, I can remember like thinking I was like invisible, but like I had this like image in my head that like that's when you have that thing where you're like absolutely immortal, bad things don't happen to you. And granted, like everybody, sorry, I'm gonna do something with this. And depending on different experiences and where you grew up, this comes about for people at different times of their life. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I still, fortunately enough, had a little bit naivete. You know what I'm saying? But to see people like absolutely condemn you and you like literally screaming like, but you know me, and not understanding why it is that they ain't remembering that they know you, being like confused as to what is it about her or me that makes you think that I do that and that she is believable. Like it was So my friends and I quit like that peer mediation right away. Oh, and if you know you get into any more trouble, you'll be down. It's like, but where's the first fucking trouble we got into? What do you mean if we get into any more trouble, we're going to be suspended? Where's the first trouble? You know, that was my first incident, and it made me mad because it was like, I know your mama, bitch. And me just having a conversation with you, you decided to go and tell them that I was threatening you? It was like, it was trippy. It was very trippy. And it's funny because I've run into that girl since then, in my 30s. Like, I've seen her at my college, and we actually ran into each other at my old job. And you know how at first, like when I would see her around, it's like, I would see her around. I would definitely see her. I know she'd see me too. But it was like one of those things where like you know each other, but it's like sometimes you see people and you don't really want to talk to them. It's like you know them, but not like that. It's like you don't really want to talk to them. I get it. But it was like one of them things where it's like, I know you see me. I know you recognize me. And you know how sometimes when people do things to you, you wonder if they remember. And like just certain ways that people act around you that make you feel like they kind of uneasy around you. I know she remember. If you watching this, I know you remember, and I hope you feel horrible about it. What is it in you that thinks that's even in your arsenal? Let me tell you something. When it comes with black women, you know why we seem kind of like tougher, and why we seem like we don't like cry, and why we seem like we so blunt, because we don't get to be soft. We don't get to use a tear and someone gives a shit. We can literally like get shit that legitimately happens to us and no one will give a shit. Let alone busting out a tear to gain some sympathy. It ain't fucking happening. I wish we could pull that. Anyways, you know, me and my friends quit. Quit that bullshit, and it's just something that just stayed with me. That's my story time for my Karen. You know, I get old. I have white friends. I have friends of all colors. I have white friends that are very understanding that I know would never do anything like that because they've been tested. And they ain't do that shit to me. So it's cool. But like I said, it's not everybody. That was just my first incident with a Karen. There's more. Oh, there's more. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe. If you like what you see, come back. Sorry if I got a little teary. I mean, I do have feelings. I seem like I could be a little bit bitchy, but I do have feelings. I'm a girl. What can I say? All right. If you like what you see, like, subscribe. Tell your friends about me. All right, y'all. Love you. Bye.